Hello world, my name's Charlie and I'm the Offbeat Picker, and today we're doing a What Sold video. It's for the weekend of June 30th through July 3rd, so I guess you could consider it a holiday weekend because 4th of July is tomorrow, so this past weekend is when most people were probably celebrating, even though I'm sure there'll be a lot more fireworks tomorrow. So I'd call it a holiday weekend, which typically means less online sales because people are spending money on their parties, they're buying fireworks and things to grill and things of that nature, so they're not spending a bunch of frivolous money online. So sometimes your sales will go down on holiday weekends of that type, but I don't think I did too bad. I had 11 sales this past weekend, just over $185 worth of stuff, and I actually had 2 people that each bought 2 items. I don't have a lot of people that buy more than 1 item, but I did this time, so that's kind of interesting. And I'm going to show you what sold. I'm going to start by showing you the cheapest item that I sold, and we'll end with the highest item that I sold over the weekend. First thing we have is this Lionhead Hot Wheels car. This is a real Riders, so it does have actual rubber tires on it, which is pretty cool. This is one of the more collector's type Hot Wheels, not just your average kids Hot Wheels, but I did sell this as used because I bought multiple of these, but they all had damaged packaging because they had price tags, markdown tags stuck to them. And when I took them off, they did damage the packaging just a little. Same with this Hot Wheels car. It's also a Real Riders. I think it's actually from the same set as the Lionhead car. And yeah, I sold them as used just because people that collect cars are going to want pristine, perfect packaging. So if the packaging is even slightly damaged, I'm just going to call it used and mark it down some. So I was able to sell these Hot Wheels cars for $7 plus shipping. And that's not a lot of money, and I do mean $7 each, so $14 together, in case that wasn't clear. But it's not a ton of money for one item, $7 plus shipping, but I did pay 50 cents a piece for these, doing retail arbitrage with Walmart, so still not a bad profit margin. The next item we have is another Walmart retail arbitrage. This is Polly Pocket Sand Secrets, and I think I paid $1 for each of these, and I bought a lot of them, and they are incredibly slow sellers. Vintage Polly Pockets are worth lots of money and they sell well. Modern Polly Pockets, not so much. They're not worth a lot. They don't sell fast. They're probably honestly not worth picking up. I do kind of regret buying all of these. So I did sell this set of 2 for $8 plus shipping, and I've got a quantity listing, and that's the only second time I've sold it out of, I think, having it listed for almost 2 years. So you probably shouldn't pick up newer Polly Pockets. The next item we have is a Monster Jam truck. This is the El Toro Loco, which does come in different colors and different sizes. This is the smallest one you can get, I believe. Well, unless you get the minis. There are mystery Monster Jam trucks. But these are $3 on the regular shelf at Walmart. You can find these all the time. There's lots of different trucks. Different ones have higher desirability, of course. This one did end up selling for $9 plus shipping. Next thing we have is something I love to sell. It's a coloring book, and it's a Dragon Tales coloring book. My little brother watched Dragon Tales. He was 10 years younger than me, so Dragon Tales was more his era, but so that makes me feel very familiar with all of the Dragon Tales dragons, and I just love selling coloring books. I love finding old coloring books that will bring people back the nostalgia of their childhood, and The person who purchased this is actually the second time they bought a Dragon Tales coloring book from me. And this one, I did send them an offer for $10 plus shipping. Next, we have another Baby Einstein VHS tape. You've seen me sell a couple of these. When I picked them up, I did pick up, I think, like 6 at once. So I do have 2 left. And this is the World Animals VHS tape. As you see, it's new and sealed. And I was able to sell this for $12 plus shipping. The next item we have, or we'll go ahead and say the next 2 items we have, are these models. This one is an Ice Age caveman skeleton, and this is a African Mountain First Girl skeleton. So very interesting thing. I think I actually bought these at a clothing store that when they mark things down, they will go up to 95% off. So when I go in there, I check every section just to see if I can find anything 95% off, clothes, toys, books, anything I can find. So I've had these quite a while, but they did sell to the same customer and they paid $12.99 each plus shipping. So that's a $26 order plus shipping out the door. Not too shabby. Next, I love this puzzle. This is a Lisa Frank puzzle. It's not vintage. Of course, vintage Lisa Frank would be the best thing to find because it sells for so much money. But this is a modern puzzle, but it's still very cool. It has all the characters from the 90s. It's a color your own puzzle, which I just think is so cool. I do think I kept one of these for myself. Someday I'll color it. Someday, I think. Maybe I'll sell it first. You know how that is. You buy it, you want to keep it, and then you end up selling it eventually anyways. Either way, I did sell this one for $15 plus shipping. Next item we have, I forgot to put on the table earlier. It's a Toy Story octopus. This is Stretch. He's a more rare character to find. You find lots of Woodies, you find lots of Buzz Lightyears, you find lots of Bo Peeps, but you don't find Stretch the octopus. So he's much more of a rare toy to find. If you find any of the characters that are less common, of course they're going to sell for more money. So if you find the purple octopus, he is from Toy Story and he will sell for pretty good money. I did sell this one for $20 plus shipping. And the last item we have today, the largest sale of the weekend, goes to a Christmas in July sale. We've got a Grinch Dr. Seuss Who Christmas picture. You can see it's got all the Who's decorating the Christmas tree. It's super cute. I did buy this at Hobby Lobby. I go every year when Hobby Lobby Christmas stuff gets marked down. When it goes to 80% off, I am there when the door opens. And I buy anything that I think has any resale potential. So I usually come out with a couple cartloads of stuff, some for keeping, some for selling. It usually evens out pretty well. And this picture actually sold for $41 plus shipping. So that's all we've got going out today. Pretty good little pile. I'm really surprised. This might be my first what sold video that had no plush in it. Did you notice that? That's very odd for me. Plush are my favorite thing to sell, and they're the thing I sell the most of just because I buy so much of it and I list so much of it, so it's inevitably what I sell the most of. It just happens. I'm really surprised to have a video with no plush sold, so I think that's a first. You might have noticed, I do want to point out that I am doing several what sold videos. I'm trying to make one every time I ship, and I do have my shipping set up to 3 days. So you can take 3 business days. I try not to take the full 3 business days unless I have to. I do try to ship my items on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So hopefully I can start putting out what sold videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but we'll see how long I can keep that going. Sometimes I have to combine the footage because sometimes there's not as many sales and it's hard to make a video long enough to be of any interest to anyone, but I'm doing my best. So until next time, guys, bye.